It is time for productivity tip number 5. And today we are going to talk about focusing on one thing at a time. This kind of goes along with our last video, block scheduling, where we talked about scheduling your day in blocks instead of specific times. Now, when you block schedule, you're planning a specific task in a certain range of time. And the reason that block scheduling is so effective is because it forces you to only focus on one thing at a time. In our society, multitasking sounds like such a wonderful thing. It's like hustling and being organized and all those things, but it can actually be harmful to your workday. So when you focus on one thing at a time, you are completely focused in on that thing, and a lot of times you get in the zone where you're just working and you don't even realize how time is passing. So, for example, if I were trying to write a blog post, but I also was watching YouTube videos on my phone, or if I also had Twitter open on my second screen, writing that blog post would take me a lot longer than if I just sat down, looked at only my blog post, and wrote only my blog post. This is so true for a lot of things because our brains aren't meant to multitask. It takes the human brain a long time to switch from task to task. When you are trying to write an answer to an email and then you get a phone call in the middle of it, don't you usually have to go back and reread what you just wrote in order to remember? That's because our brains are not very good at getting interrupted. They don't know how to adjust for that. So when you are constantly distracting your brain and pulling yourself away from the task that you're trying to get done, it takes so much longer to focus in on that task again and continue writing or continue reading or whatever you're doing. But if you just dedicate time, you turn your phone notifications off, you turn everything else off, and you just do one thing at a time, you're going to go so much quicker and you're going to feel less worn out after doing it because you just got that one thing done. That's checked off the list, and then you can move on to the next thing. So keep that in mind as you start to work on this productivity challenge. Work on trying to eliminate distractions. And we'll talk about this more in the next video. If you guys have any other productivity tips you want me to know, share them down below, and I will see you in the next video.